Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm terribly sorry that I have been MIA for 2 weeks. I've just had quite a few things that I needed to kind of sort and stuff, but I've been busy in that time nevertheless. So there are a few things that I have done that I am going to be sharing with you guys, but I thought I'm going to start today with some of my artwork that I have been doing. They are super simple to do, simple DIY. As you can tell, I am very, I don't know, I find it quite comforting and soothing to do art, and I am trying to share that with you guys just so that you can see how simple it is and what it does to your space. Like the one that is behind me, it is so simple to make, simple to do, and I promised that I was going to show you guys how to do what do you call it, to frame it. Most of my art that I do, I buy my canvases from the thrift store and I just paint over it. So let's do the first one. This frame is about 55 by 40, something about that length, size, sorry. So I hate the colors are crazy. So the first thing we're gonna do is that we're using Spackle for this one, and I've shown you guys this technique before where I'm using Spackle and paint all in one. I'm sure sharing this again, just if you wanted to do this and you didn't have any intention of actually painting it and you wanted to stay with the Spackle, when the Spackle dries is white anyway, so if you wanted to stay with that and wanted to add some color, this is a very simple way of doing it. As can you see how the color adds to it? Obviously when the Spackle dries, the pink is going to be white, but if you were doing that, I would say paint this white first. So paint the canvas white first before you do this. You will see why I'm saying that. But I just covered the canvas with that black. I wanted to start adding color to it, so I did that first and then I let it dry overnight. This is what it looks like the next day. As you can see, there is quite a bit of bleed through, which is why I said that if you wanted to just leave it as simple as I made it from the day before, then paint it white first. If you paint it white, then you would get this bleed through. You will deal with that before you get your spackle over it. But I wanted to kind of make mine really white. Initially that was the idea, so I used matte white paint and I just went over it. To me, this is very cost effective. I'm just using normal paint that you will use on a wall, but I kept mine matte because I think it looks far more elegant and expensive if you use matte paint. You could use gloss if you want, or semi-gloss if you want, that's your choice, but I am staying just white with this one, and I'm gonna cover all the bleed through that we had on here. You will see as we go along that the color will change. To build the frame, it is super simple. I'm using 2x2, a small saw, and a miter box. I really wanted to show it this way because I wanted to make it accessible to everyone. If you're scared of like big machinery like me, then this will work. I'm still learning how to use those, but this works perfectly fine. You can get your angles on here, as you can see me showing you. It's so simple to do. Just make sure that you can use like a clamp to hold your wood in place while you cut it, or you could use your hands and just hold your wood while you cut it. Just measure it. What I think the easiest thing to do is to measure one side, cut it, make sure that you have the angles right, and then make sure you draw the angle for the next side before you cut it, because it's so easy to make a mistake and cut the wrong angle. But you're doing a 45-degree angle on all four sides, as you can see I'm showing you right here. Measure your wood and then cut the angles as you need them to. I find that it is super easy when you do one and see how I'm putting it here, then to know how to cut my the next one. It is so easy to do this, and then once you get it all, I just painted mine black. And after I'd painted it all white, this is what it looks like, but you will see that it changes. And then I'm using these nails. I wanted to make sure that I had nails that could go straight through the wood and into the wood of the frame of the initial canvas itself. And I just hammer a few nails in it, and this is what it looks like.
Watching it end again and again. I feel it in waves, you follow me, drifting to places I should leave, so close to the edge of something so
absolutely love how this one turned out. I did it for a friend and he loves it too, and I've seen it in his house and it looks amazing. And as you can see, framing it is super simple. For the second one that I am going to do, I'm doing a smaller one because I know not everybody wants to do stuff that is big, and you wonder how you can take that idea from a big one and put it in something small. And this one is complete foolproof. I promise you, it is super simple to do and the impact is amazing. So I got a canvas that I also picked up from the thrift store, like I said, and let me show you the amazingness that I did with it. For this one, I am using tile adhesive as my texture, and I'm just using a masking tape. I measured about a quarter of my frame and left that out, and I am adding texture to the 3/4 at the top. So where the texture is going to be, it really doesn't matter. It could be the top, the bottom. It's up to you how you want to do it. Or how you want to place it. This is the beauty of this. And I literally just covered it with the adhesive. I'd already painted this white, and then I was trying out something that I'm using for something else, which you can see the gold on there. And then I covered it all, and I'm using this almost like a spatula type of thing. You could use your hands with gloves in it. You could put like a plastic bag over it and then just lift it, and it will give you texture. And then once I was done, to get a super clean line, I just removed my tape. And that is pretty much the difficulty of this, really. That's it. So I'm adding some baking powder, the baking powder and paint to get texture type of thing. I didn't want the base to just be like flat, but if you want that, that's cool. But so you could just paint over it. But I wanted it to give it slight texture, but you can see the major contrast from the top and the bottom. So I let the top dry, and then I did this to the bottom. So just white paint, and then I am kind of stapling my brush, just making sure that I can lift off the paint, and that way it has like a little raise, but not so much. You're gonna see it on this clip coming up. Yeah, so you can see it right there. That's all the texture I wanted at the base. And then once this was done, I painted the top white, and that was it. So as you can see, I'm showing you different ways that you can do that you can get texture, but with using different materials. So for this small one, I used a tile adhesive, and it looks really cool. And I love the crackling that you see in the art. And please, okay, this is a challenge that I'm gonna put out to everyone that is watching this video. Do one, okay? Do one and tag me on Instagram. Let me see what you created. It is so simple, and I promise you, you're gonna see how I style it in an upcoming video. It would fit any space. So try it and then let me know. Okay, for the last one that I'm gonna do, it's really just redoing an artwork that I'd already created. I love it the way it is, but I'm trying to get it to fit my space for right now, for the space that we're in. And the thing that I haven't really spoken about is that this house is so dark. It's so difficult to get lighting in this space, and to do an artwork that is all black and use it in here has been quite tricky. So it is an artwork that I had already shown you guys how I do it. And I guess the beauty of this is saying you can do something, if you don't like it, you can put color over it and it will still be fine. Okay, so let me show you. So this is a painting on the wall. I actually really like it, but my issue with it is that I feel like it's making this space really super dark. I was really looking forward to having something that was just black, but because these walls are so low, well, my ceiling walls, it's very low. I just don't know that it works as it is, especially because there's that black there, and then there's the black of the TV over there. So I think that if I change that, it will make a difference. But I am not going to just, I'm going to fix that. That's what I'm trying to say. We're fixing the artwork. Nothing wrong with the artwork as it is. I love it, but I'm just going to change it so that it fits the space. Okay, so for this one, I started with a cream color paint. This was quite confusing for me. I think he was just letting go of what I really loved, because I love this black. And then I went over it with cream, hated it. Then I went over it with bright white, and after it was dry, I painted it white, and I thought it's not looking as great as it did when it was black. So I used my paintbrush. I just dipped a paintbrush into black paint, and I just kind of whip it all over the art, and that was it. Sorry I didn't show it to you. I was doing this like 2 o'clock in the morning. Don't judge. I know. And this is what it looks like.
Watching it end again and again. I feel it in waves, you follow me. Drifting to places I should leave. So close to the edge of something so perfect. We were too scared to take the leap. I'm missing the way we used to be.
I hope that these ideas that I've given you guys has inspired you to do your own art. I think every home needs art. And please don't just go and pick up stuff that you will see somewhere, and if someone has drawn a sunshine or whatever and you pick it and put it in your home, you can make your own, and you can make it so personal to you. If you have any questions, please link it, put it in the comments, and I promise you I will answer them for you. So there's 3 different art that I did here. One I did using joint compound, no, what was it? Spackle. One I used tile adhesive, and one I used paper. This last one I used kitchen paper to do it with. I will link the video on this one so you can see exactly how simple these things are to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you stopping by. If you're new, please do not forget to subscribe, and I would really appreciate that. Help my channel grow. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.